Underrated, not rated or valued highly enough. That is how I perfectly describe the
4
cars I've gathered on this list for you guys today. It's honestly unfortunate that cars like the Skyline GTR and Supra have a huge following, but these don't. And honestly, I think they deserve them. Today, I'm going to show you
4
JDM cars that, in my opinion, are criminally underrated. Starting this list off, we got the Toyota Aristo or Lexus GS. I will say, a lot of people do know this car exists. That doesn't mean it's not underrated because I am seriously not seeing enough of these. One of the go-to Lexus for a good amount of people are the SC300 and the IS300, which are great cars, but the GS offers a good amount of the same things. Just like the IS300 and the SC300, the GS comes with either a 1UZ Lexus V8 or a naturally aspirated 2JZ, both being super great engine options, but just know there are definitely a lot more out there with the 1UZ. The 1981 Isuzu Piazza is basically what happens when a DeLorean and an 8.6 have a one-night stand. Which makes sense because Giorgetto Giugiaro, I don't know how to pronounce that, himself designed it. It was marketed as the Isuzu Impulse in America and the Holden Piazza in Australia. It came with a ton of different inline-4 engine options ranging from 140 to 160 horsepower and either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. Not only did this thing look like a spaceship, it freaking handled like one too, with some perfectly tuned Lotus suspension. Unfortunately, the production numbers for these cars were super low, and as of 2010, there are only 2,300 left in North America, making this probably one of the rarest cars on this list. What do you get when an Aristo... Damn. What do you get when an Aristo and an Evo wagon love each other very much? The 2002 Mitsubishi Airtrack Turbo R. This thing is sick. It shares the same 4G63 turbo engine and drivetrain with the Evo 7, essentially making this an Evo wagon, even though they already kind of made those. This let the Airtrack hit a 0 to 60 in 6.7 seconds in a wagon. What else could you possibly need? A lot more, actually, because the Airtrack doesn't exactly have great fuel economy, and since it was only sold in Japan and manufactured in 2002, us Americans can't even import it until 5 years from now. Just another kick in the balls. Then again, I'm not even sure if you'd want to import one, because only 2 years after the Airtrack becomes available to import, you'll also be able to import a Subaru Forester STI, which has more horsepower, a 5.4 second 0 to 60, which is a whole 1.3 seconds faster, and 27 miles per gallon, which is one entire more mile per gallon than the Airtrack. However, I still think the Airtrack is an awesome car that needs way more loving. The Toyota Camry TRD. God, have I been waiting to talk about this. This is probably one of my favorite new Toyotas along with the GR Yaris and Supra. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, I think the Camry TRD sounds better than the GR Supra.
Editing Noodle here. I just like to say right now, I have no idea what I was on when recording this, but I definitely don't think, at least anymore, that the TRD Camry sounds better than the Supra. I definitely think it sounds amazing, but it does not sound better than the Supra.
The TRD Camry comes with a Toyota V6 pushing out 301 horsepower, and with a 0 to 60 of 5.8 seconds, that's a pretty darn quick Camry. Now that by itself is pretty cool, but they put a super sick body kit on it and a spoiler. Just look at it. It's not even so weird. It is a pretty hefty price tag at $32,000, and just for $8,000 more, you could actually get 100 more horsepower and a 6-speed manual in the form of a new Nissan Z. But I still think the Camry TRD is a sick car, and anyone who buys one is a certified man of culture. Thank you guys so much for watching. As you might have noticed, I have an actual green screen now. It's probably why the green screen effects have probably improved. Last video like this, I was using a towel. Now I have a working green screen, which is pretty awesome. Please tell me any video ideas you guys have for me. I'm running out of them. Before I forget, I just want to thank everyone for 200 subscribers. Really wish they could do something special for it, but I don't have anything in mind. If you guys want to see something like a Q&A or something, I'd be glad to do that, but just tell me in the comment section below. Remember to like and subscribe. Drive safe. See you next time.